Family life is course 101 in learning how to get along with others. It is course 101 in thinking less just about me, and my needs, my wants, and to start thinking in terms of thinking of others. It is course 101 that sets us on a track to harmonize, to yes, compromise, yes, start working on some of the chips on our own shoulder so they get rounded by being with people all the time. So eventually course 101 turns into higher education of being a universal friend to all beings and to our world. You know, there's no handbook on how to raise a family. There's no handbook on how to get along with different personality types, because as you know, every soul is completely different. Twins can come in, have totally distinctive personalities, and one child can be loving and kind and soft-spoken. The other child can be, you know, rambunctious and completely the other way. So there's no handbook on how you and I are going to learn how to get along. But there is a way. And the way is that inside you, you have a soul nature. The soul nature is all-knowing. The soul nature is the one place where we all have commonality, where we all are exactly the same, where we all are really not of this world, where we all are divinely potentialized, where we are one with the infinite spirit. We are beyond classification. We are way beyond labels. We are way beyond limitations of any kind. We are way beyond the wildest notions that our mind can have about things. So that commonality of the soul nature of family that understands that each of them are a soul stays together. A family that meditates, that prays together, that contemplates, that understands the divine nature in each other, definitely not only stay together, definitely not only tolerate each other, definitely not only begins to pull off all of the labels of how someone should be and behave, but starts to see that, wow, the one in you is the same as the one in me, that there is one in disguise in you, and that's the one divine friend. That's the one father. That's the one mother. That's the one brother. That's the one sister. And this is such a blessing to engage in raising a family. And I'm telling you this too, nurturers need to be nurtured. At the bottom line of this existence, single, partnership with no children, that's a family. Married couple with children, without children. Or, you know, giving your life to the children of the world. And you just feel that you're giving your life in service to others in such a big way that fulfills the need to learn how to get along with others, you see? But there's no right or wrong, and there's no one way better than the other. But the key is that you need to take care of yourself first. Moms, you need to take care of yourself first. Dads, you need to take care of yourself first, because king and queen of the household, you set the whole standard for raising those children. Those boundaries, those principles need to be really decided on between you two. Principles that you're going to dedicate your life to. So often, you know, because I do so many weddings, and whether the couple are really ready for it or not, it's their call. They make the choice, and whether they are ready to really engage in having a family life and bringing in children, well, that's their call too. But I'm telling you, there is a lot to consider here. It is a high, holy obligation, and you are going to need some higher education. You are going to need training. How are we trained in dealing with our emotions? How are we trained in dealing with our knee-jerk reactions? How are we trained in dealing with those things that push our buttons, you know? And this is one of the unique, beautiful things about the family. Now, you can just let it happen, or I can support you. You get the right You get the right people to help support you that can deliver, not just deliver, but encourage you to be prepared on all levels of your existence for the family and have exact clear picture of how you're going to raise the children and the principles you're going to live by and the compassion and the forgiveness and the understanding, because quite frankly what I'm saying here after having said all that is that we all are on one divine mission. We are all here to wake up as children of the light, as children of the universe. And so it's always our highest and holy obligation. The nurturer needs to be nurtured. You need to make sure in family life, in business life, in raising children life, in all aspects of life, that we draw from that higher education, from our higher self, from our soul nature, everything that we need to not just get along, but to feel harmony, to feel respect, to see everyone as their potential, not as their limitation, to pull all labels off, to self-govern yourself, to self-govern your restless desires, all of that. Family life, like monastic life, like individual life, all has the same purpose, and we're all practicing the same practices once you realize what life is really all about. We need to find refuge in our true soul nature and let that soul nature be our teacher, because parents, who you are speaks volumes to those children. Your vibration speaks everything to them. Who you are acting out as is their model. They may not like the model, but it's their model. And when you can put first things first, your children will have the greatest gift that parents can offer them. The greatest gift, to have living examples that are teaching them about the way of the soul, are teaching them the way of wisdom, that teaching the way of those great beings that have come to earth, that have had family, have had children. And then, you know what? Put all your trust and faith in the process, and put all your faith in that things are going to be the way they are. But we, each of us, need to hold on to our peace, to hold on to governing those thoughts, transmuting those negative emotions, because it all leads to self-mastery. All right. Happy family. I'm here to support you in any way and all ways. Let's be a family. Let's learn 101. And then be a universal family of brothers and sisters. And so it is.